There is a ton of wasted ad spend hiding in your account, and you probably don't even know it. My name is Kevin Sanderson from My Amazon Guy. I've been selling on Amazon for almost 10 years, and I have come to discover that in my own account, and this happens in a lot of our client accounts too, that there's a lot of ad spend that quite honestly would have just flown under the radar. So you're probably checking your accounts diligently and optimizing your ads to make sure that you're not wasting spend. But let's be honest, most of the data points that you see when you pull the bulk file report or you look in your campaigns, you probably see that there's a lot of targets, a lot of keywords that are only getting maybe a click or two, or even just a handful of clicks, but it's not enough to really action at any particular time when you're optimizing your campaigns. Well, there is a way to find those that are starting to accumulate over time into just completely wasted spend that could be hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Sometimes even just in, single campaigns, you have all kinds of wasted ad spend. So we're going to show you how you can get around that with this simple trick here. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to go into Campaign Manager. So as you're probably familiar, you go from advertising to Campaign Manager. Then you're going to go to the targeting tab. So kind of like I have here on this slide. And then from there, you're going to change the date range. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the date range to year to date. And the reason we're going to do that is right now, as I'm recording this, it's July. So as we get farther and farther into the year, you get more and more data. Because if you think about it, most of Amazon's reports only give you 60 days, maybe 90 days max worth of data, or they might give you lifetime. Well, in this case, we can actually look year to date. So what is starting to waste our time or waste our money, I should say. And so you're going to change that date range to year to date, which is going to give you more data to look at. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change some of our filters. So the first filter I like to do is look at whatever has a high ACoS. So just click that little filter by, and a little drop down comes down, and you can select ACoS, and then pick a high ACoS. And something higher than maybe your target is 30% ACoS. You wouldn't put 35% in this case. I like to put really, really high ACoSs in because you're going to find all kinds of ones. Now you can lower that number as time goes on, but I like to find the ones that are just absolutely bleeding money. So I put 70% there. Then I like to go in and click their little arrow next to the column that says ACoS and have it filter from, or sort, I should say, from highest to lowest. And so now I'm looking at the keywords and the targets, and some of those are going to be actual keywords. Some of them might be targets like complements or substitutes, things of that nature. And you'll probably find if you're running auto campaigns, a lot of times the substitutes as a target tend to oftentimes be wasted ad spend. Not in every case, but you'll find a lot have really high ACoS. And, it's spending a decent amount of money. Like in this case, a lot of these have 30, 40, 50 plus clicks. Well, I'm just going to switch most of those off. So you need to switch them off, or you can drastically lower the bid if you think it's worth testing it out. But a lot of times, if you have 50 clicks, you've got a decent amount of data. Whereas maybe when you were running your campaigns reports as you were optimizing throughout the year, it might have been 3 or 4 clicks. So it wasn't really enough data to do anything with. All right. So now that we've done for high ACoS, now we're going to find our big bleeders, the ones who have 0 orders. So now you're going to change your filter to orders, and orders equals 0. So now anything that's not getting any sales at all in whatever time frame you're looking at. So hopefully this is something that's, depending when you're watching this video, it could be 8, 10, 12 months into the year, depending on how deep into the year to date you are. So in this case, I like to then sort by either the column of spend, because that's where you're spending the most money. So that's going to have the biggest impact. But you can also do this for clicks as well. So whatever has the most number of clicks and no sales. So we're looking at things that have a high number of clicks, no sales, or high amount of spend with no sales. And we can start just pruning it by turning those off. Or if you really, really, really are emotionally attached to that keyword, which let's be honest, a lot of times we all are, emotionally attached keywords. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work. You can just drastically lower the bid, and that should help you to not show up as much. Because if you're getting a decent number of clicks and absolutely no sales, chances are the next 40 clicks will be like the last 40 clicks. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. If you have any thoughts on how you can improve your PPC campaigns, let us know in the comments down below. And if you'd like our team to take a look at your ad campaigns, we would be more than happy to, and you can book a call with our team, which we will have a link in the description down below. Thanks so much. Take care.